Hello guys, it's Joel McLeod and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to speak about what I believe is a very important topic, and I believe most of the population struggle with it because it's so much more easier to think negatively than it is to think positively, right? If we're honest and we look at our outside world, most people are in a negative thinking pattern, and I'm on a mission to help stop that because it's so easy to switch from negative thinking to positive thinking if you have knowledge on the subject. So that's what we're going to cover today. So if you're watching this, get a notepad out, get a pen and paper, because I'm going to give you actionable steps to go from negative thinking to positive thinking. Now, the reason why negative thinking is easier than positive thinking is because negative thoughts just flow into our mind. If we don't replace them with positive thoughts, then the mind is always going to be negative. Now, how do we do that? It's very simple, guys. All you need to do is just stop thinking about what you're thinking about. Yes, it is that simple. If you're thinking about something that doesn't make you feel good, then just stop thinking about it and think about something that makes you feel good. So if you're having thoughts like, I don't like this thing about a person, just change it and think about the things that you do like about the person. If you're having thoughts like, I don't know if I can do this, then replace it with, do you know what? I can do this and I will find a way to do this. And Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich calls this auto-suggestion. So what we're doing is we're suggesting something to our mind to make it believe it. So anytime we have thoughts like, I can't, you just change it with, I can, I will, and I will find a way. And how much more empowering is that? You know, it makes you feel better. It makes you act better. And remember, we are in control of our attitude. Now, what's our attitude? It's our thoughts, it's our feelings, and it's our actions. So if you're having negative thoughts, you're going to feel negative. And your actions are going to be negative. You're not going to be nice to people. You're not going to be enthusiastic. You're not going to be positive if you're having negative thoughts. It just won't work. Positive thoughts, positive feelings, positive actions, okay? So you're in control of your attitude. Now, you're also in control of every single thought that you think. I don't care if the whole world outside of you is falling apart. That cannot make you think something that you don't want to think. So you've got to be kind to yourself. You've got to be nice to yourself and stop putting yourself down. You know, I always say to my clients, I say, look, you talk to yourself more than you talk to anyone else and more than anyone else talks to you. Because we have this inner talk and we can't stop it. We can't stop this inner talk, this inner speech, just like we can't stop eating or drinking. Okay? And then what I say to my clients is I say, look, imagine your thoughts were on a speaker and you was walking down a busy high road and everyone could hear your thoughts. How would you feel about that? And I want to ask you the same thing. How would you feel if all of your thoughts were on a speaker and everywhere you went, people could hear how you're speaking to yourself? How would you feel? Would you feel empowered? Would you feel embarrassed? How would you feel? Well, here's the thing. Not everyone can hear your talking, your inner speech, but the universe can. And the universe is bringing everything to you that you're thinking about. So let's say if you're in debt, for example, we become what we think about. If you're thinking about debt, you're going to attract debt. So no matter your financial situation, you've got to think thoughts of abundance and prosperity because we become what we think about. So what are you going to think about from today going forward? Are you going to think about what you don't want and attract more of that? Or are you going to think about what you want? Are you going to think thoughts of abundance? Because the only limits in life are the ones that you're imposing on yourself. There's an absolute abundance of money. There's an abundance of happiness. There's abundance of health. But your limiting beliefs, your paradigm, your subconscious programming is stopping you from having this abundance, stopping you from having great relationships and having a fantastic life. And I promise, I was down and out. I was mentally ill, sectioned, I was broke. And if I can do this, I know that you can do this, but you've got to make a decision to change what you're thinking about. You can't expect positive relationships if you're having negative thoughts. You can't expect large amounts of money to come your way if you're thinking in terms of lack and limitation. So your life is what it is right now because of what you was thinking about in the past. So the big question is, what are you going to think about today moving forward? Because 6 months from now, your life is going to be the manifestation of what you think about today. Now, if you're in a negative mindset, this is not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy habit to change, especially if you've been thinking negatively your entire life. But you've got to make a committed decision that today moving forward, I only think thoughts of positivity, of abundance, of health and prosperity. Just make that decision. Make that decision that you're going to think positively on your problems and you're going to look for the good in your life. Because when you reprogram your mind to look for the good in situations, then you're going to attract good things because you're thinking about good things. This topic, as you can see, it fires me up because I want you to be the best version of you possible. And I know that is not possible if you're not being nice to yourself in your mind. In 2020, when I got sectioned and had a psychotic episode, I was being horrible to myself. My speech, my inner talking, I was being horrible. And I was saying some effed up things to myself. Like, you've got to be careful because thoughts become things. Positive thoughts, positive things happen. Negative thoughts, negative things happen. Now, I can give you this information, but it's up to you to take action. Force yourself to think positively from now. Make a committed decision, regardless of who's being negative around me. I am going to think positively and I'm going to give out good energy. Because for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. You be happy, you be positive, and you think thoughts of abundance and prosperity. And I promise, if you do these suggestions, you're going to have an amazing future. I hope this helped and have a fantastic day.